Next up is Lasse Jarlskov from Telia, Sweden, giving us another information package about AS security.
Well, yes, I just wanted to follow up on what I was talking about earlier today, and I only got 5 minutes, so excuse me for going about this a bit quick. Okay, so this is the PDF and not the PowerPoint. So anyway, what is an AS set? Actually, it's not the BGP type of AS set that you would see in the curly brackets in your router. It's the IIR database AS set. The BGP one just got deprecated a couple of weeks ago. Actually, there's the RFC out deprecating that. So I promised you earlier that I would talk a little bit about what is the most normal use cases for AS sets. I've defined those 3 here based on my experience looking into a lot of AS sets in the RIPE database. Basically, we have what I was talking about earlier, the customers, documenting your customers, and manners telling you all to mind your manners and filter what your customers are allowed to advertise to you. Then there are many AS sets that try to document who are your peers. And I'm concerned that is anyone actually using that for filtering, but I'm planning a longer talk about that since this talk is already halfway over. And then there is a kind of for IXPs documenting who is a member of their IXP. So running very quickly through that, I just wanted to give you 3 quick tips for managing your own AS set and how that can improve actually your routing security. First of all, be mindful that you know what is the purpose of your AS set, whether you are an IXP trying to document who is reachable through your IXP, or if it is your customers that is being documented. Make sure that you know, and preferably if it's not the 90% use case, which is your customer, if it's something else, then please write that specifically as a comment in your AS set, because what I've seen is that a lot of AS sets are confusing these different types and therefore including or each other in an inappropriate way. Be mindful when you define what is in your AS set that this should be used to generate BGP filters in someone else's BGP session of some kind. That's actually the purpose, whatever kind of filters you are trying to enable with your AS set. Second tip, be mindful of what you include in your AS set. Bigger is not better, quite the opposite actually. I have some references in the end of this slide set. But Doug Midori of Kentic, he did a very excellent blog post a while ago documenting what can actually happen if your AS set grows so big that the filters grow so large that those filters that should actually help you with routing security and stop any kind of BGP leaks from you, they are so large that they actually kind of don't stop anything. Be mindful what you include. And final tip, as I was trying to say in my earlier presentation, be mindful of who are including you, because if someone else includes you in their very, very large inappropriate AS set, then you will be part of the BGP leak that they will at some point make. So go back to the IRR Explorer or the BGP tools and check out who is including you in their AS set to avoid being part of someone else's BGP leak. This is the further reading. On the top, relating to my last point, this is the presentation from the recording of the presentation that I did at DK Nog, but that was what I said earlier. The second one relates to chip number 2, the Kenzik block, and the last one, this is what you really should be doing. If you're not doing that for your customers, go there and see how you enable this filtering based on the IR data.
Thank you. Give Lasse a big hand.